Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were down about 0.38 to 0.42%. In fact, at one point they were down quite sharply, but there was some amount of recovery towards the end of the session, and finally they managed to close around 0.4% lower. European markets also were down anywhere from 1% to 2%. The key concern in the US market was that as we have a good set of data points, particularly the job data, US is adding almost about 2 to 2.3 lakh job every month, and which is what the market was fearing, that in the backdrop of that there could be a speedier unwinding of the tapering plan, and somewhere down the line we could start seeing the interest rates inching up higher. But overall we think that it is going to take some time before US finally decides to increase the interest rates. And if you look at the 10-year bond yields in US, it's hovering around 2.5 to 2.6. In fact, after the job data, the interest rates came down by about 6 to 7 basis points. When we look at the Asian markets today morning, Nikkei is flat, Hang Seng is up about 0.3%, and even Shanghai is up, and SGX Nifty is suggesting that we are going to open up almost about 50 odd points higher. In terms of flows, friends, for the past two trading sessions, FIs have been aggressive sellers both in the cash market and in the index futures. So in the cash market they've sold about 1200 to 1300 crore per day average for the last 2 days. Index futures also they've sold more than 1000 crore. However, the domestic institutions were buyers in the cash market to the tune of about 1200 crore. So overall we have to see how the flows situation pans out, particularly today and tomorrow. And on that note, let me invite Sadhana to take us through important FNOQs and ideas that we can have from the FNO side.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. The Indian benchmark indices witnessed a bloodbath on Friday's trade. As we have seen the first series of August expiry, Nifty started the session on a negative note, and it continued with negative bias till last minute of the trade. Ahead of the news of Argentina's government default, followed by slump in rupee at 61 against the US dollar, and due to which Nifty snapped the session at 7622 odd levels with a significant loss of 1.65%. In this period, long unwinding was observed by market players, as we have seen that open interest decreased by 5% from 1 crore 41 lakhs to 1 crore 34 lakhs. We can see around 6.88 lakh shares were reduced in open interest, approximately 13,000 contracts were reduced, and Nifty futures price decreased by approximately 128 rupees. On the other hand, cost of carry also decreased by 28% from 4.94% to 3.56%, and Nifty futures premium also decreased to 20 rupees from 29 odd levels. On the options front, PCR is increased by approximately 3% from 0.78 to 0.80, which is clearly indicating that in Friday's trade we have seen good number of build-up in call option, as call option has added around 59 lakh shares in open interest, whereas put option has added around 55 lakh shares in open interest. And India VIX also increased by 10%, significantly increased from 13.89 to 15.22 odd levels. On the options activity, as we have seen that 7,700, 7,800 followed by 7,900 has added good number of shares in open interest. Currently 7,800 stands with highest number of shares in open interest, and in percentage terms 7,700 was most active in Friday's trade. In the put options front, we have seen that 7,300, 7,500 followed by 7,600 has added good number of shares in open interest. Currently 7,300 stands with highest number of shares in open interest. But on lower side, 7,600 in percentage term was active in Friday's trade. As we talk about 7,800 call option stands with highest number of shares in open interest, so this may act as a stiff resistance going forward. There is no security in bank period today. And yesterday on Friday's trade, FIs were net sellers of 1145 crore in index futures. They were net buyers of 3050 crore in index options. They were net buyers of 518 crore in stock futures, and they were net buyers of 143 crores in stock options. Our 5-day CUM stands at 7790. Lower range for the market would be 7500 and higher range would be 8000. Singapore Nifty is up by 54 points, which is at 7669, and all Asian markets also trading positive, so we may see a gap up opening in Nifty futures today. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Friends, let me take you to Sharekhan pre-market report with actionable ideas first. First of all, Raymond, some positive news is the company is in talks with PE investors, and they are talking to about 4 to 5 different investors, wherein the idea is to sell about 15 to 20% stake in the company. And we think that one can go long on Raymond with a stop loss of 407 and a target of about 427 to about 436. PTC Financial India came out with extremely good set of numbers, and they actually almost doubled their net profit to about 52.13 crore on the back of increase in the loan disbursements and higher revenue. So one can go long there with a stop loss of 32.25 and a target of about 34.50. TVS Motors also came out with good set of numbers. They reported about 32% growth in the monthly sales at about 2,03,000. So one can go long on TVS Motors with a stop loss of 149 and a target of about 157 to about 159. Here is the list of stocks with positive and negative bias for the day traders. Stocks with positive bias are CESC, M&M Finance, Indiabulls Real Estate, JP Associates, and stocks with negative bias are L&T, ACC and Coal India. Results to watch out for today. AIA Engineering, we are looking at a net profit of 89.6 crore. Indraprastha Gas about 93.2 crore. Marico about 164 crore. Oriental Bank of Commerce 352 crore. Petronet LNG about 179 crore. Power Grid 123 crore. And Tata Communications about 22.4 crore. In other news, friends, the HSBC India Manufacturing Index PMI came in at about 53 in July as against about 51.5 in June. So it clearly suggests that there is some kind of a revival we are seeing in the industrial activity. Also the manufacturing sector growth also has touched 17-month high. So that's definitely overall positive. Some negative news for the oil and gas sector, as there are reports that the oil ministry is looking at price of about $6 to 6.5 for all domestic natural gas, and for Reliance there are reports that the price could be about 4.2 till the company makes up for the shortfall of last about 4 months. So this new pricing for Reliance would be applicable only once the total shortfall is met. So this is definitely a bit of a negative for Reliance Industries. And Pfizer has declared a lockout at its plant in Thane due to some labor unrest, and Astra Micro is establishing a new unit for R&D at Bangalore, which is definitely positive for Astra Micro. And Tata Motors has reported about 27% fall in the domestic sales in the last month, and they reported only about 1,49,000 odd units, which is definitely a bit of negative for Tata Motors. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a great trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.